Good morning. It is 5:30 in the morning. I've decided I'm going to get up before everybody else, and I'm going to take the kayak out for a little bass fishing. Just look at that smoke on the water. That is just pure peacefulness right there. This is the third day in on our 10th annual Memorial Day weekend camping trip, and today is Saturday. It's normally a big deal because we have the fishing tournament that normally starts on Saturday and runs all the way through the night. And then on Sundays, usually around lunchtime, we have a big weigh-in. The water is so still, the sun's coming up. Just look at that sunrise. There's no boats on the water right now. I had to paddle quite a long ways to get where I wanted to fish this morning. It took me about 20 minutes of paddling to get here. And of course, I'm going to start things off with my favorite lure, the TRD Hogs by Z-Man on the Finesse Room's Head Ned Rig. I had a hit here and I popped my rod tip and the line got all wrapped around the rod tip. About that time, I see my line running off to the left and I realize there's a fish on there. That one took me by surprise and I didn't get a good hook set. I didn't catch it on video, but I'm backing up out of that tree and things didn't go too well for me. I got a hook stuck in my hand. It wasn't bad. It just hurt a little bit. It didn't go down to the barb or anything like that. But to add insult to injury, I snapped my rod on my Bass Pro Shop Stampede rod and reel combo. And I can't blame the rod on this one. As I was trying to get the thing unstuck, my kayak went up into the tree farther and I didn't release the bail on the reel. It was my fault. I still wanted to fish the Ned Rig a little more, so I took a 1/4 ounce Bitsy Bug jig and a Finesse TRD Coppertruce color. And this is a heavy Ned Rig for sure, but I can fish it on the baitcaster. Frustration starting to set in from missing these fish and from breaking the rod this morning. Got a little alligator over here in the lily pads. I think I'm gonna give him some space. So I'm hanging back off those lily pads a little bit, and doggone it, I get hung up. Wait a minute, I got a fish. And just like that, I forgot to weigh it for the tournament. Well, it's time to head back. We have a lot of people coming in today. The trip back might not be so easy. There's some chop on the water from all the boats out, and jet skis. may have only caught that one fish, but man, I just love being out on the water.
Extra noodles.
We went back down to the pavilion to catch a few more of those bluegill that my wife was on yesterday. I catch one on the first cast, and my wife gets one too. But somehow my wife's hook and her fish get hung up in a fabric that was hanging out of the seawall. This calls for some acrobatic action. A successful mission. Hook undone and both fish released. I think we all had a good time catching these bluegill. Here's a look at a few of them.
Prize winner of the day.
We can keep him and put him in a fishbowl.
Prize winner. He's not much bigger than the cord.
Look at there.
We got back to the camper to cool off, and some more families come to visit.
What about this?
The AC in the camper is really loud, but it sure is nice to be able to cool off.
So it took just a little while to come in. It's a little bit late. And it's not wrapped, so.
It's not.
Don't put some more of that. Don't take it away.
I let Mama hold it, okay? Let's see what this is. Look.
Hey, Mom.
That water? Want to go jump in it? Say, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Hadley. That swimming pool sure looks refreshing.
She's got that little thing in her.
You know how earlier I was talking about the fishing tournament we have? My brother-in-law went over to the dam and he laid the smack down on some catfish.
Holy
That
cow.
right there's 40 pounds of fish easy.
Yeah, it is. Do you want to weigh them?
Do you think there's any need?
Dude, no, there's no need. Do you want to see how much they are?
We'll have to weigh them one at a time.
He ended up having over 26 pounds of catfish. Thank goodness the campsite has a really nice fish cleaning station.
I want a peanut.
Okay.
It started raining, so we got under the canopy and we're eating some boiled peanuts. And I know some of you may be saying boiled peanuts, but down in the South, we sure love them.
Whoa. Shoo!
Well, the rain stopped for a little while, so it's time to get the grills going. We enjoyed some really delicious food.
some barbecue sauce over there if you want.
We wrapped up the night with a fun game of Uno. I hope you enjoyed part 3 of our trip. It sure was fun. Thanks for watching.